Okay, let's start now. Before I'm starting, I'm going to review what we have covered yesterday and day before yesterday. So we have started from setup, and then we have run the uh, deployment scanner to check the pre-request is. Then the next was our configuration wizard. Okay, yesterday what we have done, we have done the rest, uh, added the storage location for the index service, as well as we have added server cache. Okay, and we have noticed one thing: to service index service is not running till we have add index location as well as the server cache. So these two things are prerequisites to start the index service. Okay, and then we have created the vault store, and then we have created the partitions also. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit more about the vault store, which we have not covered yesterday. If you see from the, if you right click on vault store, properties and sharing, what is this sharing? So this is basically your single instance thing. Okay, we have two level of sharing: share within vault store, share within vault store, share with other vault stores within a group. Okay, if for example within a group means if you have two vault stores, for example you have one vault store for mailbox, one for journal. So journal, as you know, journal is always a copy, so you will save one time. So this can be covered only under sharing. If you right click properties, sharing, see there, share, mail archiving, share within vault store. Right now this is the default setup. So for the single instance within a vault store, you don't have to do anything. Got it? Okay, and one more thing. See now, configure vault sharing, and we have two options. No sharing. No sharing means it will not share, every content will be separate.
It will not share with vault store also.
No, it will not share with any of the other content. Share within vault store means, share within vault stores means like within a group. No, within a vault store. Within a vault store.
Yes.
Group is upper level.
Yes.
Vault store group is
partitions.
Within partitions, all partitions. Between partitions. Okay, and then share within group. Share within group means like if you have multiple vault stores, or everybody will share the instance, same instance with each other. You got it? Okay, see, single instance is what? Like anything will be saved once. If you send one email to all of us, so if there is a single instance, it will be saved in the storage one time because you are sending one email. Okay, if there is no single instance, what it means? If you save one email to 10 people, it will be saved 10 times in the storage. Okay, so share is what? Share within vault store. This means that everything within this area, vault store, will be shared with each other. Everything will be saved once in this vault store. Share within group means what? If you have multiple vault stores, let's create to make it clear.
This is the place where we can see the single instance functionality, right?
No. Okay, I'm creating journal. I'm creating one more vault store. Okay.
view that. You can have like a network understand. Like extraction
Okay, see now. Okay, guys. See now. Now I have two Vault Store. One is journal, one is mail archiving. Okay. Let's talk about the sharing. By default, both have what? Share within Vault Store. If you see the default, this is the default setting. I didn't change anything. This is share within Vault Stores means anything will be saved once per Vault Store. Per Vault Store. Okay, got it? Then we have second option, share within group. Okay. Now, share within group means what? Everything will be saved once in both journal or the mail server. Got it? Yeah. And one more thing. If you have two different EV servers, one is here, one is away, for example, and there is a not good connectivity between the two, you should not enable this vault within group. Because the data will be distributed across the network. You got it?
One query is data from the other group.
Other group also, maybe if other group has already saved, it will be. This is how we set up here in Agility also. So Agility has two servers, EV servers, 4 EV servers here in Kuwait. I think 2 in Switzerland, Singapore. Okay, so Singapore Vault Stores are separate, Kuwait are separate, and there is no sharing between the two. If we share, it will utilize the collection as well as whenever anybody is retrieving, maybe one email part will be retrieved from the Kuwait, one will be from the Singapore. There will be the delay also. Delay is just because half of part is coming from the two different locations. Got it? Okay, now let's go to the exchange part first. What we have to do is, in the first lecture, like scripts, we have to run the 3 scripts. One is what? Throttling policy. One is we need to give the EV admin permission. And second thing, we need to have at least one user with the mailbox as a system mailbox. Okay, let's run the scripts first. Script, you can find it on your EV installation program directory. Enterprise Vault and PowerShell script folder is there. If you see on the D drive where it is installed under the Enterprise Vault, PowerShell scripts folder is there. We need to copy it. Paste it in Exchange server anywhere. You have to go you cannot access it.
Use your system.
Yeah.
What is the IP address? Use the exchange.
Server 1 is Exchange server, server 2 is for EV. Okay. I'm going to copy the PowerShell script on Exchange server. Okay. I have copied on D drive. You can copy anywhere. Then open the Exchange PowerShell. Exchange management shell you need to open. Okay, copy. And open the Exchange management shell on the Exchange server.
it's taking time. It's taking long time.
Okay.
Got it?
No, ये बहुत slow है ना.
Only Nishan has the issue.
नहीं हम लोग को same one. बहुत अच्छे ज़्यादा आता है इसलिए.
Partial takes long time to.
Mine also.
Mine will do that.
There is Nutanix man.
What?
Collab, huh?
You'll find this under your.
Sorry.
You'll find this under your bus.
Windows load का या नहीं?
You know what I forget the password to restart. I forget my domain name and password.
Really?
आ गया था.
क्या ये सारे?
अच्छा.
और पानी पी के पानी पी के.
स्नैक्स नहीं दे रहा था तब तक भूख नहीं लग रहा था. What is it? Prasad ji like me.
मोहम्मद, how are you my darling?
Okay. Okay, guys. You are in now. Everybody open PowerShell.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to the folder where you have copied the scripts.
अरे वो एक्चुअली मेरा ये अभी तक लॉग नहीं हुआ है.
Okay. Go to the folder. I have copied in D. You can go wherever you have copied. Yes.
Please wait for 10 minutes. I just restart my machine.
Okay. Now we have note down. You can do the practice after once the machine is up. Okay. Now what we have to run? We have to run the two scripts mainly. One is throttling policy. One is the exchange permission.
Start with anyone. No.
You can start with anyone, but we have to run both. How to run is, see now. This is the script name. Just type the S and tab press, it will get it. Prasad, get it?
No, because it's still not power. Watching is power.
Carmen, can you please once again? This one. How to get the script?
Only see normal. Press S. The name of the script is set. Press first letter S and tab space. Now we have selected the script. Okay. The next step is -user. This is the parameter for the script. Okay. And then space domain/username. Our domain name is here. Let me check.
What
Forget
is
it.
the user?
EV admin. Whatever your EV service and EV underscore service is the, I think, user for the example.com is our domain. So example backslash
EV service or
EV service, I think. 1 minute. We'll confirm it from EV. Okay, EV underscore service. Whatever your service account is, you have to mention here. So what I am going to do now, first I am going to run the exchange permission -user EV service. You have, whatever your like as per the environment. If you have EV admin
space,
user space
user
-user space.
Then what?
Exchange domain name.
The domain name. Okay.
Domain name / username.
Communication between.
Full domain name.
Note down the script.
Exchange.
Note down the script detail. If your VM is not working, you can run it in a couple of minutes. Okay, note down this one. Script name -user space domain name / your user, EV admin user. Remember this thing. This is a EV admin user. Okay, I'm going to run now.
But you just okay.
What is the exact script is hyphen user? Can you just
Use script name space hyphen user space domain name backslash username. Okay, to run, once you run the script, it will ask you for your schema admin. Schema admin account detail it will ask.
Schema.
Yeah, AD schema admin. So sometimes maybe user give you the some other login with his account and it will ask you for the username and password. Now we are running from the administrator. It didn't ask me. Okay, if you are running from the administrator, it will not ask you because administrator is by default the schema admin. Okay, so remember this thing, this script has to be run with the schema admin. Okay. Now we have to run the second script. The procedure is same. Yeah.
okay? Script
User is EV underscore service. EV underscore service.
लोकेशन क्या है EV पे
Enterprise Vault, root folder, PowerShell scripts. Okay, now I'm going to run the second. Parameter is same. Example backslash EV underscore service.
The same way.
Same way. Only I'm changing the script name.
from permission to sorting.
Any problem? You have to go to the folder, press S and put tab. It will get it.
After that, select 5 minutes.
Tab, space, then you have to specify the parameter of this one. Hyphen user, space, domain name, backslash,
User space. Yeah, not
backslash, username. Our username is EV service. And enter.
First time we have to take this one, right? Set EV exchange permission.psl.
Okay.
EV underscore service.
Now we have run the both the script. Yes, Mohammed, you have run it. Go to the folder where you have copied, either in D or C drive. Go to the folder, press S and put tab, space, hyphen user, okay, space, domain name, backslash, username. That's it, enter. Okay, run the both script, throttling policy as well as
Same parameter.
same parameter for both scripts. Okay, the second thing is we need to have one system mailbox on the exchange. We need to have one system mailbox on the exchange, and on that mailbox we EV admin should have send as permission. Got it? We need to have, besides the service account, we need to have one system mailbox on the exchange server, okay, with the mailbox and everything, and that mailbox should not be hidden from the address list also. Okay, I don't know the name of the system mailbox. We can see it from here, I think. The user is already created. We need to give.
Just one EV, this Y, this EV.
Yeah. Okay. There is one normal user.
With the mailbox.
Yes,
and
right.
we should assign
Send as permission to EV admin. The next step, guys. Nishant. Nishant, I am saying like you can note down the command, you can run it, and you are because of that one you are missing the more important part. That's why I am saying note down the command. That's why I am saying note down the command. You can run it in 2 minutes. Leave the system if it is not running. Leave it for a couple of minutes. If the system is not running, leave the system for a couple of minutes. We need to cover more important things before running the script. Okay, this is the more major part. Muhammad, please. Okay, you need to have if you are going to archive the Exchange server, we need to have at least one mailbox on that active mailbox server, like in the DAG environment. If you have two server with the two database active, one database is active on one server, one is on the second server, then you require two accounts. Okay, every account should be hosted on that particular server. This is the more important thing. Sometimes you will face the issue databases fail over to one of the server, and that is there is no account over there. So archive will not happen in this scenario.
The user is created on the
database. So for example, you are archiving. No, I tell you.
The user is there.
No, I tell you one thing. For example, you have added one server. You have not added the second one.
Okay.
You are telling about database or user?
Per database, per server, we need to have one user. Per server, we need to have one user. That's it.
Okay.
In the cluster,
suppose you have 3 servers, you have to create
3 accounts.
Okay.
So at least regardless of the database, and we need to have at least one database with the active. Okay, if there is no active database, we cannot add that Exchange server in the EV. Got it? For example, in some scenarios, you have 2 Exchange servers. No, active and passive. They are thinking like that. One database is active here, and the second is passive copy of that database. Okay, now if you going to add the passive server, you cannot add it on the EV because it cannot look it into that server. So how we can do it? Basically, you need to ask the Exchange admin to fail over one of the database on that one and create that mailbox over there. You got it basically? We need to have one system mailbox per server. Per server, we need to have one mailbox, system mailbox for system purpose. We need to have one. Okay, for example, if you have a DAG, Exchange DAG, one database is active, one is passive. Like it's a copy of the active database. Okay, now if you're going to add that passive server in the EV, we cannot add it. To add it in the EV, to make it archive as a target, there should be at least one system mailbox should be there. Got it? Okay. What permission we need to have? We need to give full send as permission on that system mailbox to EV admin. You can run the command. We can do it from the console. It's easy. I am doing from the console. Okay, that's it. This is our Exchange part. It's finished. Sorry? These two, But I'll review it again now. What you have to do is we need to copy the two scripts which is available on the DVD. Okay, it's available on DVD from where you have installed Enterprise Vault, or either during the after the installation the files are copied in the program files. You can copy from there. Wherever you install C drive or D drive, go there, program files, x86, Enterprise Vault, PowerShell script folder is there. You need to copy that folder to the Exchange server, either C or D drive. Open the PowerShell management shell. Okay, and then what you have to do is browse the folder wherever you have pasted, either on C or D drive. Browse the folder. Okay, now our two scripts names are set EV permission, set EV throttling policy. Okay, type S, put tab, it will automatically find it in the PowerShell. See it here, I am going to repeat it. Press S, tab, it's showing the script automatically. Just only you have to type space -user space domain name / whatever your service account is and enter. That's it. Second time, run the second script, press tab, press S, tab 2 times, it will be there. This is the maximum I can give.
Okay, can you just read again because I want to see the next things like S and then I press the tab, there is a script name. Okay, now what other contents are there?
That's why I am saying write down the parameters. You are not writing it.
You are just going, that's why it's not right. You are
At that time I am
use and create.
when I tell you write, you didn't write. hyphen user space domain name / EV service EV_service. Whatever the service account you are using, you have to type.
Account, right?
Yes, EV admin. Okay, written now. Enter. Give the permission parallelly to the system mailbox account is EVSYS MBX1. You have given the send as permission, Prasad?
Yes, and that's what I gave to the
EV admin. EV_service.
service, right?
Yes. Okay, got it? Nishant, done?
Almost, sir. Almost, sir.
Okay, can we proceed next now? Okay. The most important thing, if you are archiving Exchange, guys, if you are archiving Exchange, okay, so sometimes you may, customer is asking the question like, they have two different domains, can we archive from one EV server?
Domain or
Two different, maybe one is child and one is.
okay, what's
So the answer is per domain, we need to add the target per domain, one Exchange organization.
about your mail service.
Doesn't matter. So, yes. What's the error?
Since when run locally, the script must be executed from within Exchange management shell.
Yeah, you are using Windows PowerShell. That's why you are getting problem. Did you restart the services?
See, it is like this example or it is platform.
Exchange PowerShell script. User. This is correct. What's the user? You have to run with the administrator. That's why you don't have permissions with the exchange.
So just right click and
Log in as a administrator, domain administrator. Okay. Now, Ishan, leave it for a couple of minutes. Go to the that part first. We can still add it. Okay. Next, what we have to do is basically add the domain, new domain. Right click on the exchange server, new domain. We are going to add the exchange target in our EV. This is the first step to add exchange as a target. Okay. So new domain. What's your domain name is example.com. Confirm it. Is it example.com or no?
Yes.
Example.com. Okay. Once you add, exchange server will be automatically added. But right now there is no exchange server inside that one. Got it? Just only you have to type the domain name. Yes. Right click on the exchange server, click new domain. See, now we can add the multiple domain also. Only you have to give the proper permission over there on the exchange server. But we have run the script. That permission should be there, na? मुझे लैब नहीं देनी चाहिए.
So you
छोड़
can.
दे तू, भूल गया.
But you said you can.
Yes, what's the problem, Nishan?
नहीं अभी तो बोल रहे हो कि वहाँ पे मैं domain ऐड कर सकता हूँ, right?
Add करो domain.
Example.com में तुम बोल रहे हो तुमने script run किया, that's why you are able to add, right? और without script add करने में भी दे रहा है. No. Okay. Then
You can add the domain as many times. Not a problem. You don't have to run. Why we are running the script? To run the archiving task, we need to require some particular permission on the exchange server. That's why we are running the script. You can add the domain anytime. No problem. Add it. What's the problem?
Shows directory data logs back.
Where is the problem? Leave it. This is okay. Right click on exchange server. Right click. New domain. Example.com is the
You just right click on domain. Exchange.
No, an exchange.
we are moving sometimes there, sometimes there.
That exchange.
What you are doing?
So, these are the targets. So if you are adding exchange, you right click on the exchange.
How that exchange option came
Yeah, it is by default. Yeah.
Some by default में गलत है. Today it's going
If I
like
have not come, summer also not come.
And I am here from 5 o'clock.
today he
Alvai.
hot chicken. That's why.
Alvai is asking, Jibu आज है?
यार तो उसमें माजिद का मैं घुस गया. उसमें माजिद का मैं घुस
नहीं तो क्या किया?
मैं तो कंट्रोल करने जाके मेल नया बनाया.
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ मैंने आप क्या किया मालूम?
Okay.
Yeah, it means we can add multiple domains.
It should be trusted.
Okay. The
Trusted.
same forest.
Same forest.
Okay.
But in some environment, we do have different exchange organizations.
Okay.
Like one is in the child,
Yeah.
one is somewhere.
Yeah.
different domain that means different, totally different. ABC.
No, not different. Child or there should be a trust between the two domains.
Because we have only one account, and this account
It should be had
Yes,
permission over there. There,
authenticating
if there is a trust, then only it will authenticate. Okay, now we have to add the exchange server here. Right click on the exchange servers, new exchange server. This is the wizard again. What it will ask? It will ask you for the exchange server name and the system mailbox also. Okay. Click next. My server 1. Okay. So it will ask you, do we create the task? By default, you can create the mailbox task with it. We can create tasks separately also. Okay, let's create it with it. Server 1. Next, where is the system mailbox? Browse. EV. System mailbox. That's why it's required this one. Muhammad, you got it? If we don't have any active database on that server, we cannot add that exchange server in EV as a target. So, the better answer, for example, in case of if you have 2 exchange servers and you have one database, one is active, one is passive on the second. So in this case, if you want to add the second server, you need to fail over the database and use the same account.
And the same account.
We can use. Got it? But if you have multiple databases, okay, so then better keep one database active on the second. So it will be load balance also for the archiving, as well as what you can say is sometime in case of failover, it will not stop archiving. Yes, Nishant, now you are where? It's run now. Enter. Done. Done. Okay. Click next. Finish. We have added our first exchange server in the EV organization. Congratulations. Okay, guys. Now Prasad added the exchange server or no? Yeah. Added.
Sorry, over here it is.
If the EV system mailbox. Okay, we can have a 5 minutes break. We can go for the prayer. Okay.
Want to
There
order
is
something
already
for
EV
EV?
system.
So you have the numbers of the
Yes.
anyone?
सिस्टम मेलबॉक्स किधर है सिस्टम मेलबॉक्स